Ready for an early morning adventure? You might be as surprised as we are that we got up at the crack of dawn to snag a spot at the famous Balandra Bay, one of Baja's most breathtaking and protected beaches. Is it worth it? You'll have to stay tuned to find out. We're Brian, Marisha, and Carlos. We're overlanding the Baja Peninsula, taking remote roads and doing cool things, ending on mainland Mexico. Welcome back.
Good morning. It is a little after 5 a.m. and today we're going to see if we can get into Balandra Bay. Good morning. Did you go poopies? 5:30 a.m. It's freakishly bright. Let's do this.
You haven't seen 5:30, Marisha.
Not,
That's what it looks like every day at 5:30.
Not very often.
What do I take? Me and Carlos hang out at 5, right, Bubba?
Let's do it. Somebody's just waking up. Sleepy. Sleepy. Turn in here. And we'll just kind of queue up at the ropes. Well, I guess if you get here at 5:45, right up front, but off to the side. All right, other folks started getting here around 6:30, and then now it's 7. It's starting to line up. Not too bad still though. If you're not first, you're last, Brian.
Don't worry about arriving too early. While you wait, there are plenty of people selling things. We bought 2 huge cups of fresh cut fruit for about $5.
It's free ski.
It's free. All right, kids. This is what it is. I see why they restrict the number of people, because this would be completely obnoxious if it were super full. But it is a super shallow bay, all sand. Water probably gets crazy warm. And I do love that we're the only gringos. Makes me happy.
I think we are.
We are. Yeah, this is awesome. Kind of get your own little palapa, which is good for shade, otherwise, because there's no trees or anything here. But I'm trying to convince Brian to pump up the paddleboard for us. we haven't used it once since we've been here.
The sand quality, I think you can't really overlook that.
The sand's pretty luxurious and silky and soft.
It can't. I don't know. I don't know if you can get it much softer and more powdery.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
No trash at all, because everyone cleans up except for this Ultra bottle cap, which we're going to bring with us.
All right.
It's good. But checkout's at 11:30.
Yeah, they stagger. So one thing we didn't know is they stagger the times. So this opened at 8, and you have till 11:30 is checkout, because then they probably bring in another
At noon. I bet
crew.
30-minute like crossover.
Yeah.
Or maybe noon 30 or 1.
Yeah.
So maybe you get a morning and then you get an evening. I don't know. We don't really know the details on exactly how that works, but we're supposed to be out of here at 11:30.
Yeah, we'll look it up, let you know for sure, but so far so good. It's still not, it's full, but it's still quiet.
You just have to show up on time to get in.
Yeah, that's your payment.
Yeah.
Get up early. Here he comes. The things he does for me. All right, we got Bert. We got the paddleboard. Brian went to go get the dog. He's doing everything. He doesn't want to sit here. And yeah, and then we're gonna go out. Dog seems like it's allowed in the water. The only sign that said anything about pets is dogs must be on a leash, and no dogs in the hills, and no dogs in the mangroves, which are over in that bay. So I think as long as we keep him on a leash and keep him in the water or the sand, yeah, I think we're fine.
So the rules on this are a little fuzzy. The one and only sign we saw about pets did only say those things. However, right before they closed, when we had Carlos in the water with us, we were told he had to get out. This is either because there's no dogs allowed in the water, or they were just telling us we had to leave. Either way, in the almost 3 hours we were there, it was the first time someone had told us to get Carlos out of the water. So, it's still a mystery.
But everyone seems to congregate over there. Same with the umbrellas. And then as you come down the beach, which isn't even very big, it gets more and more sparse. Word of advice, if you come, head to the far end of the beach, like the farthest Balapa, and you'll probably be all by yourself all day. What's going on, Carlos? Really into these kids playing.
I know.
Carlos, a test run. See if he'll stay on the paddleboard all the way to the other bay. He's doing good. It's pretty sick. I'm 3/4 of the way across and it's probably 3 feet deep, if that. All sand. A lot of little rays. It starts at that rock and then ends right there, that rock. And 90% of the people are right there. And then down on this end, there's no one. If that's what you're looking for, being completely by yourself, just stick to the right end. But Balandra Bay is absolutely beautiful. It's maybe worth seeing, but we're so used to having this, like, kind of up by ourselves. It's cool, but I almost like the campsite that we camped at the last 2 nights better, just because we had it all to ourselves. There's the beach. If you round the corner of the beach, there's this whole bay back here where you could walk the whole way. It's shallow enough. I mean, there's little rays everywhere, but as long as you shuffle your feet, you're fine. But yeah, there's this whole private, amazing cove over here. So I'm gonna paddle over and check it out.
So while I paddle, let me give you a little information. Balandra Bay is an official natural protected area. It's a very shallow bay made up of 7 beaches. The number of daily visitors is limited, so arrive early. Pre-purchasing an entrance bracelet guarantees you nothing. More on that in a sec. Admission is first come, first served. There are 2 time slots, which you already know about. Supposedly, there is an admission fee, but we didn't know that because we never do any research. Entrance requires an admission bracelet. This must be purchased ahead of time, in person at the National Park Authority office or online. Don't worry, we'll add all the info in the description below and add a link. As of right now, there are no services inside the park, so bring plenty of water and something to eat. So, this is what it's like over here on the backside. Okay, yeah, it's worth it. Bring a paddleboard, or 2, however many people you have. Find your spot on the beach, and then just paddle to this bay. And it's definitely worth it if you get away from the beach a little bit, but it's pretty glorious. Not sure I've been to a place quite as beautiful 100% by myself. So if you get off the main beach, I highly recommend to come over here. I mean, where else do you get this? Cliffs, cactus, crystal blue water. Like I said, highly recommend it. I'm gonna head back over and get Brian and Carlos.
Hi, Carlos. You have fun? Stay there, honey. Stay there. Yeah, good boy. You're being a good boy. Nope, don't drink. That's what we got going on here. Going family affair over to the bay because it's awesome. I know it looks like Brian did all the work, but I worked too. Likes riding on the boat, becoming an excellent paddleboarder. You think all three of us can ride on it?
Try.
Like I can be in the way back, you in the middle, and him up front.
Women's lib.
Hey, I don't complain.
It's hard to see the color in the water. Who's becoming a paddleboard pro? Paddleboard pro.
It is empty.
And there it is empty.
There it is empty.
Stay late, you get it empty.
Yep.
It's like 11:15, so it's 15 minutes before we're required to go.
Pretty sick when it's all empty. Home sweet home. It's not much different. It's awesome. We're gonna kill a few hours here before we have to go check in for our boat and check in, weigh in. Do some swimming and hanging out here until it's time. See why we love this place so much? I got stung by a jellyfish. That's his little thing.
The whole leg?
My whole leg
We have to amputate.
it prickle stings.
We gotta amputate.
Pee on it. Why?
Stage fright. I got a case of the Joeys.
Yeah, I stepped up. My whole leg, like, or from the knee down, like, prickle stings, if that makes any sense.
Is it like when it falls asleep?
Kind of, but more stingy. Yeah. I mean, it's not horrible. You can tell it's a little one, but that you feel it instantly. It leaves a mark like a scratch, but it's just like whoosh. Feeling it. Final round of cleanup before we get on the boat.
Never ending.
The boat.
It's never clean. Literally never clean.
I wonder why. Looks good for a sandy van.
Say goodbye, Maurice.
Let's load it up, buddy. Come on, let's load it up.
All right, the time has come. Join us next time for the complete shit show for us trying to navigate the ferry to mainland. See you next time. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things. It really helps us out by allowing us to reach a larger audience.